Fred Burrow, Justin Bieber, Swift Plumbers. And this is video 3 of 3, okay? And I want to go over to, for my customers what I found here. Now, in this home, we have a backup. They just purchased this home. In the master bathroom, it keeps having a backup. Problem number one I've seen right off the bat, you got to press 1, press 2 toilet. Them are garbage. You probably should get a new toilet. But number one, most importantly, that I tell you, 4 things should go down the drain line. Single ply paper, body waste, soap, and water. Nothing above that. Or it will plug. We've got cast iron drain line. Right here we've got PVC. They did not put a clean out in. I wanted to get this on video and notate where this is located, because you wouldn't want to cut into the cast iron, as I was just explaining to the customer, because that cast iron a lot of times is fragile, even when we diamond blade cut it, which is how we do it when we have to. There's no use to not do it. I'd rather put the clean out way out here, even though it's not next to the house, in the middle, because we can cut it in, put in PVC. It's a relatively easy little clean out to do. $550 is what we would charge on this one, because it's already located, just to give you an idea. But anybody can put a clean out in. Well, not anybody does it well, but anyway, a lot of people do it pretty shitty. But we've got this exposed, so you know this is where we'd want the clean out in. The clean out's vital. Even though your whole house wasn't backing up, this issue is cast iron all the way up to here. The reason the clean out's important is if it's at nighttime or in the rain, you don't want to be pulling the toilet. You just had somebody pull your toilet to cable. Not a good option. Cabling's not a good option. You know why? It beats the inside of your pipe. Bang, bang, bang. It causes more of an issue. I always try to open it with my camera if I can. I opened yours today, was plugged, and I opened it with my camera. That's why you were able to flush it a bunch of times, all right? Because there's no more rags in there. And that's what it was. It was rags caught on the scale. So you have scale. So one option is to jet this, right? You jet it, you pressure wash the inside of the pipe. You spend a couple grand doing that. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a salesman. I'm not a salesman. I can tell you that most of my customers can keep drain lines open, because even if we jet this, I'm not going to say you can use 2-ply. You're stuck with single ply forever here if you don't want me to come out. Because if you pressure jet, the reason we use jetting equipment is we go in here from the clean out, take it apart, and we pull the scale out. That's how you get scale out, because it's heavy. Your water flushing the toilet ain't moving it this way. That being said, even though you have scale in there and that's one way to handle it, you likely could keep your drain line open by following my recipe to success of the 4 things that can go down a drain line. That's how you do it. And if you wanted to not spend a lot of money, and I have great flushing toilets. They cost, if you got the handicap, the most expensive one I sell is like $550. I don't sell anything but one kind of toilet. And this isn't to sell it to you, but it's called a Vortens, and it just flushes from the front. It has no special parts. It's got a big hole in the front. I've got a video under ProFlow. They used to call it on my YouTube website that you can see, where I fill the whole damn thing up with single ply paper, but I fill it to the top and it flushes it down. But I'm just giving you alternatives to not spending the bunch of money. You've got PVC on the exterior, so that's good. It's only this one bathroom at this time, but it can be any of these other rooms, because this blockage was 40 feet from the top of that vent stack, so it was right where it came to this main. That's why it only affected right there. That blockage could easily happen on this side too. Probably one of the biggest issues that blockage has happened there first. The drain lines are sensitive throughout because they're cast iron. You have partial PVC because they redid that bathroom. There's PVC and then it goes to cast iron after 10 feet or so, just so you know. So this was added on or redone, the master, okay? So it goes to that cast iron, it got stuck in the cast iron. Part of the reason it got stuck in the cast iron is not only should we not use anything but single ply paper, but that toilet ain't sending a lot of water through, even on number 2, all right? So it's just important for you to know that. But the cheapest way for you to help resolve your situation is to use what I say, to put down the drain line and nothing more. If you use something more, you'll block it up. You know what I mean? And I can promise you that that'll happen. The other thing that you should do, regardless of if I do it, whoever does it, a clean out is instrumental. It's instrumental. Sometimes even if I can't get to the branch line, sometimes I have the option of going to that branch line over there. And it's not so much if you've got a blockage just in one room, because you've got 2 other bathrooms. So it's not an emergency. It's never an emergency there because you've got other bathrooms to use. My concern is if any blockage happens in this cast iron where everything's going to it, then the whole house would be backed up, and that is certainly a problem. Don't forget, no grease in the kitchen drain line. If you've got a garbage disposal, scrape everything into the garbage. Good. I'm glad you don't. These lines are sensitive. They're usable. It ain't end of the world, all right? You don't have to dump a bunch of money into it right now. But if you don't follow my instructions, you will block up again, all right? And then you call me back out, I'll open it for you. I'll charge you again, too. But I'll open it, and people will tell me, no, we didn't put anything in it. I tell them, guess what? I'm opening it with the camera. So
That's what I'm saying.
I'll find out what blocked it, right? Because 95% of these blockages are paper. They're paper. It stays together, gets caught up. I have a lot of people who can't get specific types of paper because of the COVID, because of China, all right? The China flu. But because of that, we have to bag the paper if we can't get, because of all the dum-dums out there in the world taking it, all right? So, anywho, that's the summary of everything here. I just put it on here, so if you want to review, hey, what did he say or whatever, there's 3 videos. Them are kind of showing you where the blockage was at about 40 feet when I first had the small camera, and then me opening it with the big camera and just kind of seeing the water go by. They're not great videos. It's sunny out. I'm doing camera to camera, but I like to give you a feel of everything that's going on around it. So you'll see them, and I'll add these 3 links on. I'm going to end this video right now, and we're going to pull that camera down. But that's really your most important thing, is what you use. Second most important thing, put a clean out here so nobody's ever cabling from inside the house. Like I said, on that branch line, sometimes I can guide my camera into that turn. And that's what I would probably try if I've got an exposed clean out. If it's where I got to dig it up, just like today, I'm going to the roof. If I can't see it, I'm going to the roof. Which is not, when you got a tile roof, that's not the best option, really.